Yeah, that's clear.
Yeah, and have some mortadella.
Yes, especially for the food and for the weather. We are sunny time now today.
Wonderful, wonderful. People, let us dive into this topic. I've been so excited all this time together with Catherine preparing this program, because you have to know Photo Finder is where it is today as a company, because we listen a lot to our customers, and we develop by listening, by understanding your daily problems in your work, in your daily workflow, with a lot of patients. Many of you have an issue of time. This is the main problem. More and more patients, less and less good dermatologists. So at Photo Finder, we deal a lot with time. Is that true?
Yes, it's all about workflow, let's say.
That is clear.
Yeah.
And looking at the history of Photo Finder, we always tried to provide workflow, to provide guided photography, very good images, in order to make sure that you guys do proper documentation and diagnosis with your patient. But, and this is now directed to you, Michela and Raimund. Being honest, you're always telling me to check, have a wonderful image, I have to walk to the room where there is the Photo Finder. So always asking us for mobility. Isn't it one of the main issues you've always been asking for?
I with this, the first, can I answer before?
Yes, please.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. So I think in this period, absolutely the necessity to not to be quick, but to very smartly, with the patient, to directly observe him. For me, especially the scalp and the nail, so you can remain on the table. It is difficult always to move to another room, and especially during the visit, you can have maybe the first idea of your diagnosis. So it is so easy in this case to try to find a solution, to be smarty, not to be quick, because we have to need time to visit the patient, to do the diagnosis, not to be hurried, but only to be smart, to be very comfortable for the patient, without any other movement, so very directly with him. And I think this is one of the most important necessity in the last year, in the last years.
Michela, I listen always very carefully to you. You have this wonderful event in Roma when you do 3 days workshop of onychthoracoscopy. And when you mentioned that you use the Photo Finder so often for a screening, because you want to use the image quality to just screen, and then sometimes not even take the picture, not document, but just a screen. That is when I got even more inspired about the product that we are going to show today, because this is going to target exactly this issue. Okay, so Michela, thanks a lot again for all of those great feedback that you shared with us. Raimund, how does it look like in Riga?
In Riga is very similar. Unfortunately, we cannot have a Photo Finder in every room. And as already mentioned, it's very important that I'm going to another room and I have something like a mobile Photo Finder together with me, because I have access to patient and I need to access to database. I need to access to perform dermoscopy, perform digital dermoscopy, perform maybe AI evaluation and documentation of this. This is, of course, this is a saving time and saving energy today, my working day.
Absolutely. Katrin, I believe it is not just about mobility, right? So the other feedback people been giving us was a lot like the images. They have to save them, the way they store them, how they have access to these images is also one of the issues that
exactly
very often mentioned.
Yeah, it's not only that they need a device, it's a complete solution, because when you see many people have dermoscopic pictures on their smartphones. And what happens if you lose the smartphone? Pictures are gone, patient data may be accessible. So what we thought is that we need a full solution with a secure storage also of the images, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, again, we have been watching the way you work. We have been learning, trying to process and understand. And all of this information, many of you might know our faces all the time because we travel a lot, we go to exhibitions, but believe me, we meet our technicians, we meet our developers on regular basis and transmit your feedback as good as we can to them. And today, what we will present you is the result of that beautiful, harmony and communication from you guys toward Catherine, myself, and the sales team of PhotoFinder toward the R&D team. And the head of R&D at PhotoFinder is at the same time CEO, so he can make decisions. That's why things go so quickly at PhotoFinder, okay? That's a great advantage. And today we invited him to actually be part of us. And usually we do this show, there's two of us.
Exactly.
Today it's going to join us, right?
Exactly, the photo founder. And Andy Meyer, he will present us the solution to all what we discussed. And welcome, Andy.
Come on stage, Andy.
Hello, hello.
It's good to have you
Hello.
here with the box.
With the box.
Nice to see you all.
He has the secret.
Yes, I listened carefully to you, and all your questions are answered, and it's inside here, and the name is Skeen. This is our AI-driven, cloud-backed up, high-resolution mobile screening and documentation solution. And this is what's inside, but I think probably Flo, show us a short video about the system in detail before I take it out of the box.
Perfect. So the box that you brought includes priority.
Yes, back again. We have seen it in the video already. We listened to that, what customers and our staff wanted to have, and we decided that we have to develop something small, mobile, high quality, high resolution, and fast. So this here is Skeen. It has a detachable lens. It is a polarized, non-polarized mode. You can do clinical images. You can do dermoscopic images. We have a very large high-resolution screen. This is very important because we really want to see high-quality pictures. And we have a high-power processor here inside. We have a very high-resolution camera inside. And I think what's most important is there is AI on board. We have our AI, Amy, which serves us in the PhotoFinder universe already, and we put this on this device. And I think it's very important to say that this is an instant AI, which is independent from the internet. So you can do this AI even if you do not have a connection to the internet. I think very important. And we have a very nice docking station, so the device parks in a docking station where it's powered up, and it is always active, always on. It means you don't have to install something, start something, select something. So if you take it in your hand, you're immediately ready to work and capture.
That's it. That's exactly the requirement.
And this is one part. And the second part, of course, is that in the background, we have a connection to our cloud-based solution, PhotoFinder Hub. PhotoFinder Hub is a storage place for all that images that can be stored. So you can use it for screening, but you can also store, document, and have it everywhere available on browsers, iPads, iPhones, wherever you are. And of course, AI is available in the hub as well.
Well, Andy, you summarized a solution that includes hardware, software, and the cloud services. And looking at all the feedback that we collected over the years, we knew that the only way to respond to this need, global need, is to find a harmony between these three elements that you described.
Exactly.
But why was this such a great challenge for us? I mean, for us today is really an incredible moment because we have been working on this project for a long, long time. We invested a lot of time and money. The reason is that we can be only satisfied if the product is really solving every problem. And I think today, looking at the Skeen, the way it is designed, the ergonomy of the product, we can say we are satisfied. And we sent already 2 units to Bologna and Riga. And I think that's very good to also hear a bit your feedback, Michela and Raymond. How do you see that? I mean, you got the product in your hand just this week.
Yes, I have it with me and I already love him. Absolutely. He's my new friend. During my day, I think it is one that is like a pret-a-porter, you know? It's
Yes, yeah.
In Italy, we are
Like a
very
handbag.
for the bag, for the female. So I love it, especially first of all, for the perfect digitation, the digital image that it is always for any product for the finder. So this is important because even if you try to create a new product, you always remain the best as the picture resolution. That is very important. But in addition, I think in this case, we have first of all, this smartest solution during the consultation of the patient. So it is easy because you cannot apply any other machine to collect the iPhone to another dermoscopy. Then you have the picture here and not in your iPhone, so you can full your memory. And then you have to collect all the patient. It is easy to have it on your iCloud system, and I love the iCloud in general. It is very important in a very frenetic life when I have a lot of patients, also for the research, for everything. But during also this time, I think about the possibility to take this in your bag, maybe if you have multiple consultations. It is wonderful for this reason. You can put in your bag and you go in another place with the same for the finder. So I love it. It is very useful, remaining this wonderful resolution of the picture that is the most important when you did any type of study, especially with a very great research. So for any type of person you can use for consultation in general. If you have only a public consultation, private consultation, studies, so it's wonderful for this.
And no telephone ringing while you do exams,
Yes.
right? Examinations.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes.
that is one of the main issues.
I think that was an important factor on the development of that. We do not want to have a phone which is somehow used as a personal phone and connected to something. We wanted to have a solution which is dedicated to the task what we want to do. And you know, the synchronization of the data between the cloud and the device is fully automatic, so you don't have to take care about it. As long as there is connection and the images are there, you know, and you can leave the area of connection and you come back and you can instantly work, you can continue work without. I think that was very important to have it really all the time ready for you to be on duty.
Absolutely.
Without losing the possibility to do work with the images in the cloud.
Yeah, sure.
Because it's a full program where you can manage the pictures, you can compare, you have possibility to work with the pictures. So that's important.
Data management has been over the years always a challenge for us because a lot of you have your data in your clinic saved on your photo finder. But sometimes, as you mentioned, Michela, you need it for studies. You want to share some data with somebody else. All of this is so difficult, but the cloud concept of Photo Finder is gonna have the solutions for those challenges, okay? So that is gonna be also part of the next minutes when we dive into the product to really get you familiar with that concept of cloud-driven dermoscopy.
Yes, I think you will show a little bit more details of the screen, which is better to show directly on the screen. We cannot really show it with the camera so well. So Let's show us then later a little bit how that the interface really looks, what you can do. I think this is important. I would say that it's also important probably to show a little bit how you park it. The docking station. I don't know, Flo, if you can come over here. And
we will try to switch the camera as Andy is showing here. When you connect the Misma to the docking station.
So that is the place where it sleeps and waits for you. And if you take it, you can immediately work. So there is no starting, no nothing like that. You just put it there and it's charged. And I think it's very important. So that remains on your desk when you don't need it. And then you can take it all the time and you're ready to work with it.
And it has a very convenient handle that you can do all with one finger, let's say. How was your experience, Michaela?
My experience is already wonderful. I started to play with him when he arrived, and I try to all my fellow that helped me to play with him. And it is very important that you have also the digital picture, not only the dermoscopy, but the digital, that usually if you not have a very good resolution, very good machine, it's impossible. Even if you can collect the telephone with the dermoscopy, it's impossible because you have all this picture of the patient on your telephone. It's impossible also to compare. And photo finder, it is important for the diagnosis, absolutely. There are a lot of hair disease, nail disease, that is important. But it's very, very important for the comparison by the time, because the patient would like to look at it. And in this case, it's a very great possibility to collect all the picture with this hub, with this iCloud, and you can select the picture by the session, by the localization. So very easy, the computer, so the possibility to manage the picture, that is not easy.
No, very good feedback. Very good feedback. Again, female and male feedback over the years about photo finder has been always different, okay? Because the female have also somehow complained sometimes, okay, the camera is heavy, the Medicam is heavy, but we, of course, with the Medicam 1000, we also solved that problem. But from the male point of view, Raimond, maybe you tell us what you loved about the Skeen that you got in your hand.
I will say that the weight is very optimal. It's maybe a little bit more heavy than usual dermatoscope, but it's lighter than some cameras. At the same time, I'm free. I'm free because I'm not connected with a cable. I can go everywhere. I can move myself. I can reach any part of the body of the patient. And of course, I remember those talks when we speak with each other and you ask, Raimond, can you imagine that we are working on some kind of device? What is necessary here? I remember that at those moments, I mentioned 4 or 5 points. And now I just to compare these needs, polarized and non-polarized, clinical and dermoscopical, link to obtained information to the certain person, fast access to this, and also some help, because it's not a secret. I think that if I see something strange, I'm asking the second opinion of my colleagues. I'm asking in the evening, maybe I sent this picture to my very good friend Bogdan, and I see that Bogdan is also here on the live session, and asking, what do you think? Here is much more easy because everything could be done by one device. And at this moment, I will say yes, this is the best thing, that it's not a mobile phone and it's not a collection of pictures in the device which could be damaged, lost, stolen, droned, destroyed by kids, by coffee, by champagne or something else. It means that all the data is safe. It's this is the from the male's point of view, this is one of the most important things, that data are safe.
And you have 2 ways of second opinion, right? Andy, maybe you tell us more about it, because you have, first of all, the artificial intelligence score, which is based on, maybe you explain a little bit, and then an additional second opinion service that you can use in the hub, where you can have access to really differential diagnosis from dermoscopy experts worldwide.
Yeah, I think it's important to notice that this device links you to the PhotoFinder ecosystem. And we do have the second opinion service that is already in place since a long time and is very successful. And it means automatically you can use it if you really like. But I think also it's important that our AI, which is now on the market since some years, it's MDR regulated and it's a class 2 device, which is officially available since quite some time. We managed to put this on this device. I think this is a very important achievement because then you have the power of this AI even here at your fingertips, and this is unlimited, so you can use it as often as you want.
Yeah.
And there have always people asked for an intelligent dermoscope. The time has come, and people stay with us because we prepared some more videos to deep dive into the functions of the product, also related to onychoscopy, the onychoscopy, to dermoscopy. And you see, this box is very inviting, actually. You know, you will be able at the end of this program to pre-order this directly on the PhotoFinder web shop. So this is just gonna be online when we give the sign. So far, it's not yet. So you guys will be definitely also rewarded
more
dedicating to us today.
More. Maybe you can explain why the name is Skeen, because one of the patients with whom I was working and showing this, he's already experienced with the ATBM and also with the Vexia, and he said maybe this is a baby ATBM.
You mean it's inflatable?
A baby cat.
But it's a good question, people. Why Skeen, Katrin?
Yeah, you know the word maybe keen. To be keen on something is really to have passion for something. And what is the passion of our community? It's skin. So it means keen on skin, let's say. And that's why we say we turn your workflow from screening to skeening to make it more streamlined. And that was the reason why we called it like this. Yeah.
I love the name because it contains a lot of the attributes and the added value of the product. As Katrin mentioned, this device is designed to do exactly what we love: dermoscopy, screening, fast on the skin, and Skeen is the name.
Yes. And I have one more question to you guys, Michaela and Raimund. You worked with it already a little bit. So there are 2 magnifications in the Skeen. Which one did you use? For trichoscopy and dermoscopy.
Yeah, for trichoscopy, the best is the 20 per magnification that is present. And it's important today for most of the hair diseases. So you can diagnose androgenetic alopecia, alopecia areata, every type of the diffuser loss. So if you have to suspect some type of alopecia areata as the form of incognita, diffusa, you can suspect the cicatricia because you can perfectly observe the absence of the follicular hair. And maybe there are some diseases that until now it required biopsy, but you can do trichoscopy guide biopsy. That is important today for, in these cases, to have a direct correlation with the histopathologist. But if you want to look at the scale, and especially the size, the dimension, the color, and also the vessel that is important in other inflammatory disease, you have to use the 40-time magnification. So in this case, there is the two type of the magnification that is most important. In nail, you can use 20 and 40, especially 30, if you want to look at the hyponychium, to look at again at the vessel, important for example, for psoriasis. Then it is important, the 2 magnification for the melanonychia, to look at better all the border, the contour of the band. On the other side, you know, if there is also the 10-pen magnification, I love it because it's the only one that in adult you can have all the digits together. This is the only. In children, it is okay, the 20 because it is smaller, so it is easy to look at it. But before it, we can use, we always use 20 and 40 in general in nail. Then it is nice to have all the whole nail observation, only for this.
Andy, that was a wish.
Yeah, this is possible. It can be configured also to go a little bit more out. We have a lot of resolution. That means we can really have a larger field of view with a high resolution and 10 times.
That's the beauty of this device, that thanks to the application, we are also having a lot of flexibility to adjust and add additional magnifications, as you mentioned. Very well. Raymond, from your point of view, you deal mostly with the skin, right?
Yes, right. And of course, my daily magnification is usually 20, but I'm waiting for the moment when I will see a lesion which is suspected for Bowen disease, because in Bowen disease we see very small dots, but usually we are saying that these are not dots, but this is glomerular vessels. And I'm really looking for the moment when I can catch with this device and say, well, this is a very good solution to differentiate. Is these vessels are really dotted, or this is coiled vessels or glomerular vessels? This is my dream at this moment, looking for the first patient with a Bowen disease.
I think probably also to mention that this device is also built for the future. So there is a bus system between the lens and the device. That means we can exchange all types of data between the lenses and develop, of course, in the future time, very special lenses for special occasions, and you just adapt it to the device, and then you have a very special lens for a purpose, probably something with high magnification, as you probably know.
Good, good. People, in order to make this a little bit easier to understand for our audience, because so far we were describing our experiences. For our audience, in order to see that, we actually prepared a video. I'm thinking about sharing the video where we can see the screen actually of the device, because I would like to maybe show what are these features, how do you really switch from feature to feature, and I would guide you while we are sharing this video with you, and give you a better understanding on the features that come with the Skeen. Okay, the features of the application. When we watch that video and I explain basically all the features inside the app, we would move slowly toward the hub, which is the other wonderful part of this solution, the cloud. So, Flo, can you provide us, please, with a screen so that we can dive into the device? Very good, very good. So, people, if you see, we are now taking a clinical picture first with the device. As Andy showed, we can remove the lens. Then, once you connect the lens, you immediately have the access to the picture, and you can go targeting your lesion. In here, you see that this is now 40x. He's gonna switch to 20x. You can easily switch, then use the polarized, non-polarized light. Again, I think very often very interesting to be able to switch without moving the device. So that's a great advantage. And at the 40x, you see this lesion, the colors, the incredible sharpness when it comes to the hair shaft. This is just the device that we believe is made for dermoscopy of the skin, hair, and nail. And you see, we switch from the live image into the library to see what's going on, to look at the images, magnify again the image that we already saved and taken. And this is the moment when we can already also use some of the features like the AMI that gives us a score of malignancy. And that is, of course, something that people have been waiting for, to finally have a product that gives quick access to the AI. Back to the gallery, you see that our goal is to have the possibility to assign the data to a patient. People, this has to go quick and fast. As Michaela said, we do not have time. Sometimes you are running from one room to another. Meanwhile, you are running, you already are attaching the images that you have taken to your patients. The Skeen is equipped with very fast access to all features that you need in order to get your data organized, in order to make sure that you have the images in the quality that is basically the need of your daily routine for diagnosis. And again, back to the topic of the flexibility. The device is designed to give you excellent images at the level of skin, the level of hair, as you see in this gallery, and of course, also for nail dermoscopy, it is absolutely reliable. So when you look at the hardware again, you realize that at the point of the design, we were very much looking at the way you are working. People, I believe the philosophy of a good product starts always with how it feels at the level of the material that is used. We have got here aluminum, okay, easy to disinfect. And of course, when it comes to dermoscopy, it is the material in combination with the ergonomy. Naturally, when you approach a lesion, the lens must be very centralized, okay? And your thumb must be absolutely free to work and select features, the features that you have seen in the video, polarized, non-polarized, 20x, 40x. And of course, when you want to freeze the image. All of that happens thanks to the design, the ergonomic design of this product. Michela, back to you for the question. When you do trichoscopy, in particular trichoscopy on the scalp, I suppose it's very difficult for many because you have to part the hair well. You have to get a good focus. It's one of the main challenges which differentiates trichoscopy from dermoscopy. On dermoscopy, you might easier get the focus, get the dermoscope on the lesion and centralize. For trichoscopy, you need the ergonomy. Can you quickly share why it is interesting and important for you, the size of the screen, because you work along a hairline when you do trichoscopy, and the easy switching of the polarized, non-polarized, and the 20-40x. This is, in my opinion, something that I suppose is routine of your daily practice, right?
Yes, it's routine every day to perform trichoscopy, and it's important to know which is the steps to follow and to have a very good trichoscopy session in each patient. So you need absolutely, in case of diffuse hair loss, to look at the patient with this central line, you know, because it's important to understand if there is any difference from the central part or the anterior versus the occipital. That is the only way with clinical to suspect it is in front of me an hair shedding or a hair thinning. This is important. Then you have to look the other part of the scalp, the lateral, the frontal. Now it is important for a suspect frontal fibrosing alopecia. And then you have to put with your lens that is very easily to apply it immediately. So here, it's immediately. You can look at the central line and you put it in the different part of the central line. So you can compare along this line the variability of the hair. It is less or more 20%. That is the only way to suspect androgenetic alopecia. If you not have any variability, you have to look at the temporal region, and it's easy. So, and then you can do picture directly, and it is very easy because you can do the picture, move the lens. So 20 for the variability, then you have to look at with the 40, with the presence or not of inflammatory seborrheic dermatitis, so look at the vessel. And then also you can look with the high magnification, this regrowing hair diffusely to suspect a telogen effluvium, for example. Then you have to look the scale. And in this case, you can move the polarized, not polarized, to better look at this, the position of the scale that are interfollicular, perifollicular. So only in this way, maybe if there is also itching, you can expect it is maybe a diffuse lichen that is difficult to distinguish versus the other inflammatory disease with itching.
But Michela, when I listen to you and can from here 800 kilometers away from Bologna feel the enthusiasm, I know that you and me, when we stand in front of an audience, you explain how you do trichoscopy. I explain the features. Everybody will fall in love anyway. But it's true that trichoscopy and the feedback we received in that field was also an inspiration to the design of this product. Okay, it was an inspiration. Raimond.
Yeah.
All these years, you are a natural collector of beautiful dermoscopic pictures. Yes. And you are a hunter, a true hunter of lesions that might be suspicious at early diagnosis. Therefore, I suppose the mobility of this device will create an added value in the way that you collect a lot of pictures without being so dependent to go into the rooms with your photo finder. Is that true?
That's true. That's really true, because as we already talked, in one device we have all options: digital, polarized, non-polarized, contact, and even non-contact, because we cannot we could replace with a non-contact with an open lens. And yeah, thank you for this nomination to be a hunter, not only melanoma hunter, but also the different cases hunter. I promise to bring a new collection of beautiful pictures, maybe for next session or a little bit later. But no, we will see, because this is so funny, and this is so good that I think that Michelle also have this name on this device, and
it is personalized. You are the first two users of Skeen outside of photo finder, let's say, employees, and we are very happy that you are the experts, the friends that provide us with the feedback, which will at the end contribute to the happiness of all the others who hopefully will be owner of this within the next hours and days, when you get access to pre-order this device on our web shop. But people, let us continue now to the other dimension, which is the cloud, and why the cloud and the management of the data will eventually be the actual time saver, the actual added value and benefit in your daily practice. I was thinking about asking my team to share another video that we prepared for you for Skeen. Meanwhile, I prepare myself to share with you my screen at the level of the cloud and show you how you can navigate through this wonderful platform. Okay? So let's watch this video together, and I will get myself logged into my cloud account. People, would you be so kind to shift this camera so I can share my my screen also with you and show you the interface of the Photo Finder hub that is designed for cloud dermoscopy and more, much more. Okay, so Flo, would you please share my screen? And I would like to show you that this platform is designed, it's a secured platform to save your dermoscopic images. You can basically, the moment you get your Skeen delivered, you will be able to create an account, okay, and enter the environment of Photo Finder Cloud. Let me show you that this is obviously a solution that includes a database. So you have the possibility to have a look at your patients that you have saved into the, as you know it from all Photo Finder devices. You are able to select one of your patients, and in here you see the sessions that you have saved, all the images that are related to a session, and looking at the beautiful possibilities that we have in here, you are able to select, for example, 2 pictures. And Michaela, maybe you will love this most, because now you have the full freedom to compare any image with any you like. I think logically in dermoscopy, you would always compare the same mole, but in trichoscopy, that's not the way. In trichoscopy, sometimes you would compare a clinical image with a trichoscopic image. And you, of course, want to have easy access to both of them, okay? So I think this is another incredible feature of the hub, where you can find your images and you can compare any image as you feel, right? Michaela, you like this part. I know that you talk me.
I like, because when you perform trichoscopy, you have the clinical, but you have to select the specific part when you apply the dermoscopy picture. So you have to have an enhance of a specific area. In this case, you know which is the specific area together with the clinical. That is very important during the consultation. That is very, very important, not only for the compare, but especially for the diagnosis, like with the histopathology. Now you have the trichoscopy, for us, guide dermoscopy, together with the histopathology images. In this case, it's the same. You have the clinical and the dermoscopy together, and you know specifically where is the place, where is the site. And this it is more important also with the nail. So you have, if you look at the band of melanonychia, you know exactly this is the proximal part, this is the distal part. So it's very important during the consultation.
People, just to summarize, these 2 images show the full power and competency of this device. Incredible clinical image at the level of resolution, and at the level of dermoscopy, you can perfectly see the discoloration around the follicle, the sharpness of each hair shaft, the gray hair, the very thin vellus hair. All of this is just a perfect demonstration of the power of the lens and the clinical photography of Skeen. And the same, if you look at the possibilities that we have got here at the level of Skeen and lesions, it's just one image that says more than 1,000 words, okay? At the level of all shades of brown, I mean, this is my own lesion. I use this lesion to calibrate a lot of devices. But to be honest, when I saw the first time the image of my own nevus with the Skeen, I fell in love, and I knew that's the way to go. That's the way to go. So one more time, just to explain you, at the level of the hub, we have the possibility to look at the sessions that we have taken, okay? You are able to select if you want to go after session, if you want to go after localization, if you want to look at baseline follow-up type of images. You have got a lot of possibilities to highlight and see the images that you are looking for. Of course, preparing a report, printing a report, asking for a second opinion, as already mentioned by Andy, all of these are the possibilities that you have immediately per click using the hub, okay? I believe, considering the fact that you are going to connect with many devices to have access, you will adjust the Skeen to your daily workflow. What I say is, maybe one of you needs to have just one device locked to the Skeen, basically your desktop, and from there you would look at the pictures. But some of you might say, no, I have several doctors working with me. We have got several Skeens. We want to have access from several stations inside the clinic to the Skeen, and also outside of the clinic. some of you might want to show an image or look at an image or do a diagnosis of cases that were taken by your assistants during the day, and you want to do the diagnosis job while you are at home or traveling. People, this is changing in a revolutionary way the workflow. And we have been waiting for this all the time to create that harmony and that velocity at the level of workflow. Having said all of these options that you see here, I would like to tell you that today is the day that we take for the first time a product launch online, and we allow you to pre-order this device, be part of the community of the first people to have it. Within the next 6 to 8 weeks, we will start to deliver these products to the market. And today's bundle that we will introduce you includes the device as shown already by Andy, the skeen, the optics, and in a bundle with the hub, with a 1-year access to the Photo Finder hub. No limitation on using the AI, full possibility of saving your images, comparing them, creating reports, everything that you need for your daily workflow. And in my opinion, this combination is so unique, and therefore I understand why so many people today logged in to be with us in this session. Flo, I would like to switch from the hub platform toward the showing also the what happens at the level of the web shop. So how can people actually have access to order and pre-order this device? So maybe you would have to help me to switch the screens. Let me see. That has to be done probably from here. Looking at the docking station, you realize the moment you connect the skeen back to the docking station, you will see immediately what is the battery charge at the moment. And our recommendation is, of course, when you walk through your clinic, when you work in a mobile wear with your skeen, where before you finish your day, you would be able to bring back your skeen, bring it back home, connect it to the docking station, and obviously let it sleep overnight. What happens at this web shop of Photo Finder? Today, you are the first people to see this screen, the skeen dermoscopy bundle, again, consisting of the complete hardware setup, the device, the optics, the docking station, the charging, and 1-year access to the Photo Finder hub with no limitation on AI, and all the features that I've shown you. You are able to order this device, of course, within European Union. For all of you who are outside of the European Union, you will be guided to provide us your information so we can prepare and get in touch with you. And I believe you can imagine that this bundle is very limited and designed for today's event. So together with Catherine, our Director of Marketing and Branding in this company, when we were preparing this day, we first said we need to have a program that, first of all, includes the best way of presenting the device, the features, the solution. Having two of our lovely dear friends with Michela and Raymond to join us in this special moment, because it is a special. Finally, dermoscopy takes this official step toward more intelligence.
Yes, more intelligence. And Raimund, you already told us a kind of vision that maybe the skeen is also the gateway to dermoscopy for not so experienced other physicians that can, join the community of dermoscopy with you guys. How you see this?
Yeah, I see that this is really not only new dimension for the experienced and daily users, but this is also a possibility for the new dimension of skin cancer screening for the general practitioners all over the world, because it's easy to use, it's fast to use, it's safe, and I see that general practitioners will be the new dimension and new access to dermoscopy for these colleagues.
And it's big potential and of cooperation with you guys.
It is, and Catherine, so many doctors in Asian countries that mainly use technology, digital dermoscopy for diagnosis and less documentation. They always asked us to have such a solution. I think this is the moment. People, we will share the link to the web shop in the chat. In my opinion, it's important to check it out. The pre-order phase is limited in time. Also, the bundle is very special, of course, for this launch period. So I hope you will appreciate it. Have a look at it. Get yourself more information and pick up your pre-order. I suppose what we can guarantee is that you will not only have fun, but with the time, the skeen will become one of your best friends during your daily work.
Absolutely. And maybe one information that is important, that the first stock we have, it's to be ordered just in the European Union, and that later on we will have it worldwide for sure.
Of course, we will. We have a distribution network at PhotoFinder. We will deliver our partners with skeens in near future. But as Catherine said, we need to have our European community that is also close to us to give us the feedback as the first to have access to the skeen. And of course, we will prepare meanwhile to provide also access to all our dear friends in continents outside of the European Union. But nonetheless, the point that we wanted to make today is we decided strategically to do an online launch of this product.
Yes.
And I think you agree with me, Catherine. We knew that the dimensions of this product are not only focused on the hardware, it's triple dimensions, software, application, cloud. And I believe the best way was to have two friends, experienced friends with us over the years, knowing PhotoFinder inside out, and using the product, gaining experience, sharing their experience here on this platform. And at the same time, it was fair to provide this product directly through the web shop of PhotoFinder to our dear fan club outside of this.
Exactly.
People, let me, together with Catherine, and I would also like to invite again Andy on stage.
Andy, come back on stage.
Please, Andy, you and your team, I have to say, whatever happens at the level of development of a product, it starts with a journey, long journey, and we all wait for this moment. You know, I have to be honest with you, as I have the honor to be the person communicating a lot of information from the market toward you guys. I have seen how you guys worked. I have seen the challenges, and I believe we all have waited for this day, right?
Yes, I think it took us quite some time. It was a little bit more difficult than we expected, but finally we are really happy to have it now in the way it is, and I think it's a big success, and I hope you will see it as well like this. Happy to see you working with it, and enjoy it.
People, this is it from our side. Again, I would like to thank Michela and Raimund.
You have the last words are yours, so you can.
Thank you so much to be here. I think it is the future is now. This is the difference. I think it is a very great resolution and a solution for a lot of problems maybe during the consultation, and we completely eliminate any problem now with this. It is the future.
Yeah, and I would like to say congratulations to all PhotoFinder team as a baby is burned.
Yes.
Great.
Thank you a lot. Again, you people are the motivation for us and the inspiration, okay? I suppose the journey was a long journey. The result is marvelous, is exactly what we wanted, and the solution that would respond to your needs. Get yourself familiar with the Skeen is now online. You have the information on our website. You can have direct access to our web shop. And we look forward meeting you together with Catherine, Andy on one of the next shows and listen to your life experience. Raimund and Michaela, good luck with collecting lots of cases, okay? Share them with us. We will need them to show the audience the true power of this new intelligent tool. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the
Thank you.
nice weather in Italy and the cold weather in Latvia and the sauna, and have an excellent weekend, everybody.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot, everybody,
Bye-bye.
for staying with us
Bye
today.
bye.
Thank you so much.
Have a good time.
Thank you.